of the great paradise gardens are still clearly visible. I've visited the Alhambra a number of times. To help me understand more about the essential building blocks of a paradise garden, I'm meeting up with Jesús Moraime, who's an expert on the Alhambra. He takes me first to the courtyard of the Myrtles.
What were the key features of these Islamic gardens? What did they have to have?
Well, water is the main feature for every Islamic garden. Water will form the garden everywhere. Here we are in a courtyard garden, and the water, we have this huge water tank that acts as a mirror, reflecting the stars and also reflecting the architecture. No, it was a mirror, but also was talking about the power of the Sultan.
In Northern Europe, we walked in our gardens. Gardens were somewhere where you walk. How would they have used them?
Yeah. Well, the galleries, as you see, there are galleries in both sides of the courtyard. The galleries was also a main element in the Islamic gardens. Galleries, pavilions, arbors, shaded places to look onto the garden from there.
The importance of water is echoed in the adjoining palace, the Courtyard of the Lions, which was the heart of the Sultan's private dwellings.
Tell me what we're looking at here and the significance of it.
We have again the water as a main element forming the garden. So we have a main azin in marble that is a very huge piece that is supposed to be put here before the construction of the rest of the palace, because we cannot put in through any of the doors.
So you put the basin was first, and they built the palace around it?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And when they built the palace, they filled it with references to the desert. So the 124 stone columns around the outside of the open courtyard are suggestive of palm trees fringing an oasis. This central court is divided into 4 equal sections.
How important is that division into 4?
Well, this is one of the main typology of the gardens in Islamic Garden, talking about the 4 elements, the 4 seasons of the year, and in some ways a representation of the paradise.
The 4 quadrants are separated by stone-lined water channels, each symbolic of the rivers of paradise as described in the Quran.
The Quran makes those rivers a bit magical, and one of the rivers was milk, another was of honey, another was of water, and another was of wine. So, well, it was really a paradise.
Although the Court of Lions is now floored entirely in white marble, originally each of the 4 quarters would have been filled with plants.
With flowers, very colorful and scented, as all the decoration, no? All these amazing decorations that you can see.
So the plaster would all have been painted?
Yeah, it was all painted.
So the water, the division into 4 parts, flowering meadows and color.
Yeah, it's stunning, amazing.
Despite over 500 years of Christian occupation, the footprint of Islam can still clearly be seen in the gardens of the Alhambra.